Hello, Sergeant Meyer. My name is Chris Gaither. I was Prince's bodyguard, um, trying to see what's going on and if any way if I can help with anything. Give me a call back at 512-998-9074. Once again, it's 512-998-9074. Thank you. Hello?
Hi, Chris?
Yes.
Detective Chris Wagner from Carver County Sheriff's Office.
How you doing?
Good. How are you?
As good as I can be.
Okay. Well, I'd gotten a message from our sergeant that you may have some information or that you had worked for Prince and that you may be able to kind of give some information. Is that?
Yeah, I was his bodyguard.
Okay.
I traveled all over the world with him. I mean, it's like the stuff that's kind of coming out, like the way things are, it's really odd because I know, like, his morals, like the way he thinks, how he would act and do stuff, and, like, a lot of the stuff just doesn't add up.
Okay. Can I just get some basics from you? I got your cell phone and your name, but just like your full name, date of birth, and address, just for our records of who we talked to.
Okay, is this information that's going to be released to the media?
No, this is for our investigation.
Okay.
We're conducting the investigation into his death, and so every contact that I make, I just record all their. It's standard.
I got you.
Okay.
I just don't want the media doing something and, like, negatively impacting, my family and all that kind of stuff. Because, I mean, all this stuff is tragic and
right. They can spin it, and our goal is to try to get to the truth and to try to discover, or to try to identify what was going on. So.
Yeah, I mean, they really can't say nothing with me because, I wasn't even there, so.
Right. From what I understand, where were you then? Are you living here in Minnesota, or where?
No, I live in Texas. I live in Texas.
Okay.
That's where I was at when, like, I got the call and everything. Like,
who did you get a call from?
I got a call from one of my friends that is in the circle of people who knew him. Basically saying, like, they got the report from TMZ before TMZ released it. Okay. And then they contacted me and said, hey, have you heard this? Is this true? And then, that was like, minutes before TMZ released it.
Okay. I'm just wondering who you talked to, just because we've been talking to a lot of people, so I'm just wondering if it's another person that I would need to follow up with or not.
Oh, no. They just saw the story, and they know that I worked for him. So they were like, hey, what's up with this? This has got to be a joke, or what's going on with this?
Okay. Okay. I'm sorry, so can I get your date of birth then? And where you live in Texas?
Austin.
Okay.
And it's 9/26/84.
Okay. And so how long had you worked for him?
I think it was 2012 when I first met him.
Okay. And was it just you, or who else were you?
It was just,
what?
me as far as security.
Yeah.
And then if he was at home, he would stay at home with it'd be him and Kirk. Kirk was his good friend. He's the guy that took care of the property.
Yep.
When he was away and all that kind of stuff. And then if they had a little party or something, they'll get some local guys just to come and manage the doors and stuff like that. But
okay. So so you would do the on the road stuff?
Yeah,
then?
whenever he wanted to leave his house and go somewhere, I was the one that was going with him.
Okay.
So when we went out on tours for 3-4 months at a time, I was with him. When he had to, we doing long days for 3 months, only get 3 hours of sleep a day, I'm with him. You know what I mean? That's how it was.
So what was his, I guess, I understand he was kind of a night owl, kind of, so to speak, or he'd be up.
Yeah.
What would his, sleeping habits, or I guess, when would he start doing business, so to speak, during the day? Did you know that?
As soon as he gets up, because when he would get up, he would go get on his computer. And then he would, say, okay, I can tell you, if we had a show the night before, okay?
Yep.
After the show, we might have a little after party just with the band and people that are with us, or maybe a couple of his friends or stuff that may have been in town where we were performing at. But that's it. Nobody else, no crazy people, none of that. And then after that, he go back to the hotel. He'll eat something. He'll eat something get him a salad or, some salmon and some juice and water, and then he'll go to sleep about 3-4 hours, get up, then he'll get on the computer and he'll basically research, about the performance last night, the reviews that were put out there, all that stuff. And then once he finds stuff, and if he finds stuff with other people, then he'll start emailing the people if they said something about me in a review or something and said how great it was, he'll send that to me, and the same with everyone else. Or if he sees, stuff where people posting videos and stuff like that, he'll contact his lawyer and be like, hey, get them to take this down, stuff like that. That's what he would do. Okay,
so you kind of triage his business kind of thing, try to find his shows and kind of what was important.
Yeah, because the way he viewed things was, people have taken my identity and everything that I've done for so long, you have to be on top of it.
Okay.
Which I understand.
Do you remember what his computer looked like by chance?
It's a MacBook.
Okay. Do you remember what color?
White.
Okay. And would you ever email him? Or how did you communicate with him? On the phone, or?
He would call me directly. He would call me, or he would have someone call me, say, he would have, the accountant call me, if need to schedule my flight. He'll say, hey, he'll call me and be like, hey, can you be out here tomorrow? I'll be like, yeah. He's like, okay, I'm going to have so-and-so call you. And then they call me, they give me all the stuff. We pick flight times, all that, and go from there.
Okay. So, for most part, he would call you then. Did he, to your knowledge, did he have a cell phone at all?
No, ma'am. He didn't carry a cell phone because in the past, before I came on, he used to have a cell phone, and somebody hacked into it, got a lot of personal information out of there, and from then on, he never carried one. He actually used, either my phone to call people, stuff like that.
Okay. And would you I'm sorry.
Go ahead.
Would you know if he what his email was that he used? And the only reason why I asked that is because we've talked to other people that say that he would use other people's email accounts. And so when you're saying this about the phone, I'm wondering, do you know by chance which email that he would use?
No, not off. I know it wouldn't be something that would be, under him, because,
Right.
he wanted to protect his identity. He didn't want people knowing that this was his.
Right.
So, he might have had emails. I know in the past, like a long time ago, he had one with the manager that brought me on, Julia. But, after she left, I think he stopped using that one because, he didn't want her to be able to get into his business or know what he was going to be doing as far as, business stuff, because he let her go.
Okay.
But other than that, I don't know. You'd have to actually ask, his personal assistant. His personal assistant would know that.
Yeah. Okay. I'm just writing notes here, Chris, And so you would travel with him, and with these rumors, I think you were kind of saying how it was kind of upsetting to you about kind of how the media is turning everything, and what do you mean by that?
All our greats, when they pass away, it's, immediately, it wasn't even, anything. Immediately, it's always, drugs this, drugs that. Okay, if it was a drug thing and maybe it was an accidental overdose and all that, okay, I can understand if that happened. But they sit here, and what upset me is that they were saying that he's an addict, that he's been doing this since even before I came, and I never saw any signs of any addiction. And I know what addictions look like. I've had to take, classes for people who have addictions in different areas, different drugs and stuff like that. So I know the signs. I know what it looks like. I know, that kind of stuff. So to me, it's like, okay, this kind of doesn't add up, but, I know he went and picked up a prescription from Walgreens, that was reported, so it's like, okay, well, he went to go pick up a prescription on his bicycle, which, if he wasn't doing that great, how could he ride his bicycle?
Did you know that he would ride his bike a lot?
Yeah, he would ride it, every now and then, because the way he felt, he still wanted to be a normal person. He still wanted to be able to go out and go shopping sometimes when he felt like it, by himself. Yeah. And the people of Chanhassen, they actually, respected him enough to, let him be in his own space, not disturb him, and just let him be. So... And which was really, really nice. I really thought that was really good about the community, because they actually respected him enough to let him do his own thing. Yeah,
we would often see him at Byerly's in the middle of the night buying groceries,
Yeah. So that was a certain time ago at night.
Yeah. So you're saying you never saw anything at all regarding being addicted to any kind of drugs or anything like that?
And I never even saw any drugs in his belongings,
Okay.
Because when he was okay, I would have to make sure that he was make sure everything was together. Even when he's ready to go, and I get him, into the vehicle, I still go back, I check the room, I check to see if anything's left behind, because, people can take something and put it online and sell it. And, all this kind of stuff. So it's my job to make sure that everything is accounted for. Not just with him, but with the band, all of that. That's what I would do, because information, whatever it may be, it could be about a show, it could be about, personal life stuff, it could be whatever, I made sure that nothing was left behind, clothes, shoes,
sure.
Jewelry,
Because if they know it was Prince, then it would be worth something. So.
Exactly.
Okay.
And he's already had his identity sold so many times, so, yeah.
What do you mean he had his identity sold?
Like, what I was saying earlier, how people would take, like, say you take a picture of him.
Yep.
And then you go and you make these canvas paintings of him, or T-shirts, or...
Oh, gotcha. Stuff that wasn't authorized through him.
Yes.
Okay. So you would pack his bags then and things too?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Did you pack his bags in Minnesota, or like just when you guys would be on tour, just making sure?
When we're on tour, like when we in Minnesota, he would pack them, bring them downstairs, and I would just load them up in the car, that type stuff. But when we're on the road and stuff, like, wake him up. He may be behind running to get to the plane and help him get his stuff together. You know what I mean? Like, but I never saw anything like pill bottles, pills, stuff like that.
Okay.
You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. That's why I was bothered by what the media was saying, that, he's been addicted for all these years, because other people were trying to say that stuff when, he might have, in the past when, he was young, he might have did, drugs and stuff like that. You know what I mean? He might have, but I know once he, kind of turned his life around and started actually being more for people and not himself, his whole thing was to inspire everyone and all that. Now, like I said, I've never seen anything in my entire time being there. Because I feel like if you're taking pills, opioids, or whatever, you're going to be drowsy all the time. You're going to be, like, in and out, falling asleep. You're going to be, like, slurring your words, all that. Something's going to show. But never seen any of that. This guy had more energy than all of us put together. Like,
I'm just writing notes. Sorry, Chris. Here.
No, it's okay.
So, when was the last time that you saw him?
I think it was maybe like maybe a month before the Atlanta thing, because he was only supposed to go down there to see a friend perform, but he ended up, doing the show. He ended up being kind of last minute. And, I even asked, hey, you want me to come out there? And it was like, nah, it's okay. I was like, okay, well, enjoy it. Because at times he would, send me home. He's like, hey, you haven't gotten to see your kids. You haven't gotten to, spend time with your family. Go ahead and go home. Don't worry, I'll have Kirk or somebody else go with me to different places, which I think he had Kirk go with him to Atlanta.
So when it wasn't you, it was Kirk then, for the most part?
That was as of recently, ever since we went to the White House.
Okay.
Then he would start bringing Kirk along again. You know what I mean?
Oh, up until that point, Kirk wasn't going along? The White House, that was last year, right?
Yeah, that was recently, last year, after we came back from Canada. Yeah. So it was Canada, and then it was D.C., where he performed at the White House. And then everybody came back home.
Okay. And why did he start bringing Kirk along with?
Honestly, I can't even say. Maybe he just wanted him there, because they've been friends for over 30 years.
Yeah.
So I would say maybe he just wanted him there, or to experience the different things, like, going to the White House, going to, doing all that stuff. So I mean, that's all I could think of.
So Kirk wasn't somebody that, and I've talked to Kirk, but he wasn't somebody that would usually travel with him. It was just kind of a recent thing, again, because I know he was like a dancer way back, back a long time ago, he said in the 80s, was on tour and then being in the band and things like that. But so he didn't, and then he kind of did.
Kirk really didn't like the tour and stuff anymore. And he's like, I've done it for years and years and years. I don't want to do it anymore.
Right.
Like, as far as, touring all over the place and stuff. Like, something that's in Minnesota, he'll go to that,
Okay.
Something that's like that. But as far as, going London, Dubai, all over the, United States, he's like, no, I'm a little too old for that now. I just want to, sit there. And I think that's why he took care of Paisley Park. Okay.
To stay home, kind of.
Yeah.
Okay. So you weren't with then in Atlanta. Do you know if Prince was seeing anyone, like Judith Hill or anybody? Was that any kind of girlfriend or just a singer? Or?
No, she's an artist under the label.
Right.
Judith is an artist under the label. I mean, they weren't dating. He wasn't seeing anybody,
Okay.
He's friends, with a lot of women and men,
Yeah, but nobody that you know of that we should talk to that would know of him personally, or anybody
like intimate.
Yes. Yep. No. Okay.
No.
Would you know how to get a hold of Judith by chance?
I could reach out and get information.
If you would want, or even if you could contact her, and she's just somebody that I would like to talk to because I understand she was in Atlanta with him, and we haven't interviewed her yet. I don't have her contact, and a lot of times people think that we're the media or somebody else, and so unless they reach out to us like you did, it's really hard for us to interview people because they see a phone number and they don't know if to believe it's the cops or not, really, So.
Well, see, this is what I did was I actually, at the funeral, I spoke to Hennepin Sheriff.
Oh, okay.
And I said, I need the detective's information that's over the case. And he was like, well, that's in, Carver County. He's like, but let me go ahead and call. I'll get that information to you real quick.
Oh, okay. So you were up here then on Sunday?
Yeah, I was actually, I was there on at the funeral.
Okay.
And the interview on CNN with me.
Okay. Well, yeah, Chris, if there are people that you think that we should talk to or that would have information, I can give you my number and my name again. If you could pass that on to people if they have any reason to talk to us, because it's, like I said, it's hard to reach out because I don't think a lot of these people that were in his circle, either A, they don't want to talk, or B, they don't believe that, when people, I'm sure they're getting, contacted by everybody.
Everybody, like people have popped up, like contacting me on my email, and I just opened a new email. Like I haven't even given that out like that. Like, so How did you find me? How did you contact me? How are you showing up at my house or at the grocery store asking me questions, or when I get off the plane? Like it's kind of hard. But this is I have a. Like, okay, y'all found him in the elevator, correct?
Yep.
Okay. He didn't ever use the elevator.
Okay.
Like, ever. Like, when I tell you, like, I know his beliefs.
Yep.
He believes that the elevator was the devil or created by the devil. So he would never use it. He would always take the stairs. He never would get in there. You would never see him. He wouldn't, anything. And you can even ask any of the security that actually did, was there in the, at Paisley Park during events or anything. he never used he never used the elevator. So it was like, for him to be found in the elevator, that's like, okay. I mean, I'm not saying that it's not possible. Anything in this world is possible, but it's just like, okay, that's odd. And then to say that found pills on him and stuff, the man didn't even have pockets. He don't even, like, when it came to carrying stuff, I would carry his money. He would give me like, $3,000-$4,000 to, like, if we had to go out to eat, if he wanted to take some friends, because he didn't have pockets to carry this stuff. So I would pay, all of that for him.
Okay.
So it's like, okay, that's weird, but hey,
Well, I can't add or talk about that part of it. There's only certain things that we've released to the media, obviously, because, everyone wants to know kind of some of the stuff that's been going on. But it's helpful to get those kinds of takes on what you've seen, too, for our help, to try to put it all together. So, okay, so he never wore pockets, so that was another thing that you thought was weird. So his pants never, they just were designed he wouldn't wear jeans, things like that. I take that's what you're saying.
Never wear jeans, like the stuff that you would actually see him performing in.
Yeah.
That's the kind of clothes and material that he would wear. Like, so it's like, no, he didn't have pockets like that. Like,
Okay.
I always joked and was like, yeah, he got on his ice skater outfit.
Okay.
But that was him. He could do it. He could pull off anything. You know what I mean? Like,
Yep. Okay. So what else did you think has been weird of things that you said, like the elevator?
Well, I think it's weird that, it said that he disappeared off from the party, and nobody knew where he was the rest of the night. It's not the way how we operate as security. If he was to leave, and go upstairs to his room or, whatever, and nobody saw him leave, well, somebody's going to have to go and check on him, like, to make sure that, where he's at, all of that he's okay. If you're walking around, walking down the hall, being like, sir, excuse me, sir, hello? And then when he hears you, or like, he'll respond and be like, hey, I'm busy, or hey, I'm okay, just like that. But there was nothing until the next morning when somebody found him in the elevator. It's just weird. Again, not saying,
Yeah.
that nothing's possible, but it's just weird. Like, when you talk about, he was my friend, he was a mentor, he was not just my boss, you know what I mean? Like, so it's like, when I see how you are, how you carry yourself, how you walk, how you talk, how you, think and all that. Like, he could talk to me without even saying a word. He could look at me and I know exactly what he wants. I know exactly what he's thinking about or what, he wants to say without him even saying it.
Okay. When you talk about his at Paisley, so you've been there, obviously. Which was his room?
Like if you're standing in the foyer, once you go up the stairs, it's like in the middle of the walkway, or like you can still see over the edge, I think.
Okay. So, do you remember what color the room was, or what it was like? How could you describe it?
No, not offhand. Because, when he would go in his room at his house personally, like, I would, see him go upstairs, but I always would stay downstairs. That was his private little area. Okay,
so you never were in his bedroom?
No, like, only time I would be in his room and stuff is whenever we were away from Paisley. But when he's at Paisley, I gave him, his privacy and, all that.
Okay. And so, there's obviously lots of rooms, so I was just trying to get a description. So you're describing it as like the how did you describe the middle of the walkway? I guess I don't understand.
Yeah, like, okay, when you come up the stairs, it's like there's a foyer in the middle.
Okay.
So it's like the couches and all that stuff down there.
Yep.
You come up the stairs, and like you go to the left, and then it goes right. Okay. Shoot.
You have to go?
Yeah, I had a boss, my other boss, wanted to talk to me real quick.
Oh, all right. Do you want to call me back, or do you want me to call you back later?
Well, I'll finish telling you, but so like once you come up the stairs, you go to the left a little bit, and then it goes right because it's the wall right there, and then in the middle of that walkway right there, it should have been his room.
Okay. Well, that helps us a little bit then. Like I said, it's a big place. So, did you know anything about his health history at all, or any problems that he had?
I mean, he's only had stuff like flu, stuff like that, like head colds maybe, stuff like that. But he knew, like, when it came to like getting himself better, he knew what to do. Like, he'd go, when he was feeling sick, he would go get some raw honey, eat a spoonful of that a day, and like it would help him be better. Eat juice, water, fruit, taking it easy. Like, he knew what to do. Like, so even if we were out on the road, he knew what to do to make himself better.
Did he ever go to the doctor that you know of?
Sometimes he had a doctor come out on the road, but they would give him stuff like a B12 shot, to give him a little energy before the show, and so he isn't feeling so bad. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Do you know who that doctor was at all, or where he was out of?
So now you actually have to talk to like the people who are like either the manager or the people who like go over the accounting, because he may be like, hey, I need this person to come right here, could you do something? And they arrange it.
Do you know who his accounting or manager would be?
Phaedra.
Okay. But you don't know what doctor it was at all that was they.
Nah, I don't remember their names. Like, honestly, my focus was like, when the doctor's coming in, okay, let's get the doctor to him, make sure he understands the rules about, anything about the situation as far as like no pictures, no recording of any kind, no, this is, you're going to see him, you're not going to say, what you doing with him and all of that to the public, you know what I mean? Like,
so it was very private then, okay.
Yeah, like, we did like a B12 shot, literally, like,
okay. Was it the same doctor or different doctors, depending on where you...
It would be different doctors, because like we go to different states, I mean, he wasn't just going to call the doctor in New York when we in California.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Right.
He'd be like, find, somebody, a good doctor here, and,
Okay. But Phaedra would be the person to talk to about that for the most part?
Yeah.
Okay. I know you probably got to go, Chris. Is there anything that I haven't asked you that you think is important for us for our investigation to know?
I'm just like asking this, if you're in your own house, are you carrying around your medicine?
No. Yeah. Okay.
Or is it somewhere in your house, wherever? Like, I've never known anyone just to carry around their medicine.
Okay. And you've never known of him to have any prescription medications or any kind of drug problems or anything like that? No. Okay.
No, ma'am. Like, okay. I mean, if he had any drug issues before, you know, he said, you know, back in the day, yeah, you know, I used to, you know, do drugs and stuff. But that was when he would always say that's when I was lost and I didn't know what I was meant to be, you know, and that type of stuff.
Okay. So if I had to talk to anybody that would be the closest to him, who would you say I should talk to?
I mean, besides Kurt.
Yeah.
Really the closest person to him is Mr. Graham, Mr. Larry Graham.
Yep.
He's the closest one to him. Like that was his mentor. You know what I mean? That was his hero. So yeah, the whole family, they just like family. So.
Okay.
Like out of anybody in the camp, I mean, Kurt, Julia, Kieran.
Karen, you said?
Yeah, Kieran.
Kieran, I don't know who that is.
She used to manage him. Like, she still does stuff for him whenever we go to the UK, because that's where she lives. But, like, yeah.
Is Julia the old manager also?
Yes.
Okay. And let's see here. I think we've talked to Larry Graham, but do you have a contact for Kieran or Julia at all? Or can you reach out to them or at all?
I can try and reach out and see if I can get that information.
Yeah, if they'd be willing to talk to me, that would be great. And Chris, I didn't get your full name for our report. Is it Chris or Christopher?
Christopher.
And what's your middle name?
Terrence.
Terrence? Okay. And is it all right, Chris, if I have any other questions if I call you?
Yes.
Okay. I appreciate it. And again, my name is Detective Chris Wagner, and so if you have any other information that you think would be useful for our case, please don't hesitate to call. And this number is my desk number, so.
Okay.
The 952. All right. Thank you so much for your time, sir.
All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye-bye.